What you guys got another video? Turn any USB into the ultimate tech toolkit. It's pretty straightforward and it's been around for a very long time, but a lot of people are still carrying many different USBs to do different types of tasks when one USB will do all of that in one go. The tool you're going to need is called Ventoy. Ventoy is an open source tool to create bootable USB drives, and you can just drop in all of your ISO files into that main directory of Ventoy on a USB flash drive. And this will give you options to be able to boot up to any of these to use them to install Windows, Linux, or any other type of operating system that you're trying to install. You can also boot up to live CDs or even WinPEs to be able to do repairs to Windows. If you want to give yours your own personal feel, you can create your own wallpapers like these, and it will put a menu up right in the middle, so you can add some sort of branding to it to make it your own. Especially if you're running a PC repair shop, these are ideal for doing exactly that. But Ventoy does come with its own wallpaper straight out the box, but if you want to do it, you can go on their website, and there's also information on their website about how you can do this. I've also made videos on this in the past. There's also a long list of ISO files that actually work with Ventoy. I've very rarely found any ISOs that don't work with Ventoy. They're all pretty solid and they do work pretty well. Depending on what you want to use Ventoy for, it's pretty useful to have, whether you're a home user or you work in IT or whether you're a PC repair tech. Ventoy is very, very useful. First, you're going to need a USB flash drive. Try and get a fast USB flash drive that has fast reads and writes. That way, you'll get the best experience from Ventoy. Once you've downloaded Ventoy, extract all the contents into a folder. I'm just going to extract mine into this downloads folder right here. And you'll see it have its own folder here. So let's go ahead and extract it right here. And once you've got this extracted and you've got your USB flash drive plugged in, you'll see a folder called Ventoy right here. Double click on it and there'll be some content inside here. So let me just make this a bit bigger so you can see it. There we go. Inside here, we're looking for the Ventoy to disk.exe, and we can click on this, and what it's going to do is basically create our USB flash drive with Ventoy on it. So we can just drop in our ISOs. So from here, you'll see that there is the application. You can see it's only a 32 gigabyte drive. This is what I use for tutorials. But if you have a lot of ISOs, try and get 128 gig or more, and you should be pretty much good to go from there. Once you're ready, click install, and it should start to install to our USB flash drive. It's going to warn you that the data will be lost on that USB flash drive. Type in yes to continue. If you've got data on there, exit out and save your data first. Once you're ready, click yes, I want to continue, and it will say double check, are you sure you want to erase this drive? We're going to say yes, and it's now going to erase the drive and put Ventoy onto our USB flash drive. You should have your flash drive created and it should be empty like this. So what I like to do myself is create a bunch of folders inside here. These are going to be for my tools and software that I like to use on a machine when I'm doing repairs. I like to have a driver's one for driver software. I like to have one for software, which is for just general software that I might be using. And I'll try and get portable apps and drop them in there. So they're already on my USB flash drive ready to use. You can create what sort of folders you like on yours, but let's just keep it at 2 for now. Then you can copy over all your ISO files to the main root directory of your Ventoy USB flash drive. And this will take a bit of time depending on what sort of ISOs you're putting over there and how big they are, and also how fast your drive is. Inside your folders that you've got for your software, your drivers, you may want to create one for tweaks and things like that, where you can keep all your registry tweaks and other applications and files that you use. You can see I've got 2 ISO files here. You're probably going to have a load more to use. And inside here, I've got some regular tweaks that I might use on a regular basis. And these will be inside here, or software that I use to help troubleshoot in Windows and fixing Windows and cleaning Windows and backing up data and so on. You also got a driver pack here, which I can undo and use. And it should look something like this when you boot up to it. You can change the wallpaper to whatever you like, but this is what you're going to get once you boot up to the actual device. And it will have a long list of all your ISO files What sort of ISOs should you put on your USB flash drive? Well, I would say it depends on what you're doing. If you're just a home user and you install operating systems all the time, maybe you have an array of different operating systems like, say, Windows, Linux, all your Linux flavor ones. There's plenty of them to choose from, a different variety of Windows ones, and maybe you'd like to set up home labs. You may want to put Open Media Vault, Ubuntu Server, and many other different types of software out there that will help you create your home servers. There's loads of them out there to choose from. You can drop them all into your USB flash drive and they will show up just like this here. And also you may want to put a bunch of repair tools on here like WinPE or password reset tools, or you may want to put on there some other tools that you like to use on your system. So you should be able to fill up your USB flash drive with all your favorite ISOs that you use for work, i.e. whether it's data recovery, whether it'll be partition management, or whether it'll be booting into systems and backing up all the personal data, or maybe it's backing up the system and you can use Acronis or any of these other types of tools that you might want. You may want to put on there a Kaspersky Rescue Disk and a bunch of other types of tools like that to scan the system to be able to remove malware if the system is infected and it won't boot up. You can just boot into your USB flash drive and run Kaspersky Rescue Disk and it will clean all that nasty malware off, enough to be able to get to the desktop and clean up the system further from there. There's loads of software like gparted, Parted Magic, and plenty of others that you can manage all of your partitions and things like that on Windows and Linux. And if you're looking for a particular WinPE, there's plenty of them out there that are packed with tools that will help you clean up systems, back up data, reset passwords, do loads of different stuff on the system. So I'm not going to go through and give a long list of those. You can go and do your own research. There's plenty to choose from out there. A very popular one is Hiren's bootcd PE, and that will allow you to boot up into a pre-installed environment and do a bunch of stuff from that environment without actually booting to the desktop of the computer. Maybe the computer's not booting and you need to do a bunch of repairs from there. You can do with Hiren's bootcd PE. Anyway, I hope this video helps you out. If you need any advice, you can always pop on our Discord server and ask questions over there. I'll be happy to talk to you over there. If you haven't got the script yet, by all means, join our Discord server. The links are in the video description. And hopefully, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and let's get this channel to 1 million. Anyway, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Big shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.